I guess you could class this as one of the downsides of sharing a car, is my current mode of transport. So coming up today, you'll finally be getting a new update on the EF. Not much has happened, but it's Mims this Sunday. Oh my god, this hill is ridiculous. It's Mims on Sunday, and we need to get the car ready. So I've started polishing a couple of bits already, and yeah, it just needs a general tidy up. So I'm gonna get up this hill and I'm gonna resume. In case you're wondering, that hill's hard enough on a road bike, let alone a fucking Brompton. Oh my god. Right, I'm at Dan's. The Civic should be here. Right guys, I'm back. Actually, why am I still on the GoPro? Let's switch to the other camera. That's better. So, I haven't really done much yet, and we're a little bit guilty of not really paying much attention to the state of the EF at the moment. So, because we've both had other things going on, I've been working on the Accord, getting that ready for the year and whatever. The EF's kind of taken a back seat, so I'm going to show you the state of the engine bay at the moment, and it's a bit dirty, but yeah, let's cut to that. Actually, before we get on with tidying up the bay, I've just ripped the seats out, and I just want to show you what we had to do to get a bucket seat to fit in a 89 GL Civic, essentially. So because the floor is uneven, you have to make some weird kind of bracket. We did it on a budget, so we've reused these standard seat rails, which then means you have to build one side up about another inch, I believe. So I'll show you this now. This is what it looks like. So we've just got generic side mounts on there, and again, this is not like a guide as such, but this is just how we did it for anyone wondering. So they're just standard side mounts from, I think they might even be from like Demon Tweaks on eBay. And then, as you can see, the standard rail still sits underneath, but because the floor in the Civic is higher on this side than it is on this side, you then have to build this up to match the other side. So I'm just going to deconstruct it, and then I'll show you everything you need to do it. Right, so it's been a while since I filmed that last clip, but the rail is all back together. The reason I took it out is because it was literally just bodged together to get the seat in there, and it hadn't it hadn't been painted or anything like that. So I've given it a lick of paint, put it all back together with new bolts, and this is what it looks like. So as I said before, you can retain use of your old seat rails, and then you just have to build this sort of contraption on top. So shout out to Matt Alsop for letting us know how to do this. He was the one who recommended doing it this way, and it seems to work pretty well. So what you need is 2 strips of metal, which I think is about 1.5 inches wide this way, and it's about 5mm thick, and then this is just 30 by 30 box section, and yeah, all it is just all bolted together on top of the standard rail. Obviously the 2 sections across give it a bit of rigidity, and the box section makes up this side to be high enough so the seat sits level. So obviously out of the car it sits all skew-if, but because the let me show you, because this side of the seat bolts directly to the floor, and this side has that sort of turret, if you like. It sits all wonky if you were to use a flat base, so that's why you have to build up one side. So that's all done. I'm going to pop it back in the car, get the seat bolted back up, and yeah, we should be good to go. But Dan spent the last couple of hours cleaning inside here, so it looks a lot better than it did previously. And
so scratched though, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, because we haven't had a chance to use or get any foot plates made up yet, the floors got scratched slightly, but I mean, when we get the chance to put those in there, you're not really going to see, because they're going to be under the foot plates anyway. So not the end of the world, but still slightly annoying. But yeah, we're just sort of prepping for Mims tomorrow. Still got a few more bits to do in the engine bay, maybe. Obviously get both seats back in, and then I think we're going to have a fiddle with the rear suspension if we can find the time. And then yeah.
How are we going to put aircon on mine?
Oh, you're actually doing that today?
I've already bought it in, it's nearly finished.
Oh, okay. And Dan's also putting air conditioning in his coupe because yeah, so hot here in the summer. For the one day we need it, he wants full aircon capability. Oh, and we actually fixed our rear windows as well. So previously it sounded like the rear windows were going to fall out every time you accelerated, and it turned out it was because we'd used the wrong fixings for the window. So completely solid now, and hopefully that'll make our 2.5 hour drive tomorrow a bit more enjoyable.
You mean a bit more withstandable?
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be enjoyable either way, is it?
No. So yeah, as you can see at the moment, we've had to dial in quite a bit of rear camber so that the suspension, or so that the tyre doesn't hit the arch, because we haven't had the arches rolled just yet. It looks a lot worse than it is here because the car's all on my driveway is not level. But I think we're going to try and maybe dial out some of that rear camber and raise it up slightly so the back sits level with the front, and that should be about it. I didn't quite manage to finish the video that you guys are watching now the other day, so we're now Tuesday and Mims was on Sunday, so there have been a few bits and pieces that I've been wanting to show with the EF for a while. Obviously you've just watched the seat rail install or build, and I just wanted to go around and show a few different things that we haven't covered in these build videos yet. So the most predominant one being the bonnet, actually. So we haven't changed that much with the car that you guys haven't seen. Obviously it no longer looks like a monster truck like it did in episode 24. That was just to get it through MOT because we have problems with the drive shaft binding. So what we had to do was buy a passenger side B series drive shaft, which we're now using in our driver's side shaft. That makes no sense. So we're using a B series passenger side in our driver's side essentially. So that seems to work. Had no issues with that whatsoever. We've been beating on it pretty hard and nothing's broken yet. Touch wood. I don't know if there's any wood around here. Ah, here's some wood. But yeah, here's the bonnet. In the end we went for a VT style bonnet, which means that the center section is raised rather than dipped, and what we had to do in the end was space the engine down about 10mm and also use these 20mm spaces at the back. So it's not ideal. I mean, it is, I believe, what we're going to use as the final product, but I mean, it looks absolutely fine. Once it's painted, I don't think it will stand out as much. Obviously the spacers aren't ideal. Neither me or Dan really like the look of those bonnet spacers on anything, but I suppose it's just what you have to do to make it fit in the car. So that is one of the items that is new. I don't think there's anything else actually new. We've bought hard race rear camber and tow arms, so once we have a chance to put them on and then get the car aligned straight after, we'll do that. But in terms of everything else, I think it's probably much the same. We are currently in the process of saving for the respray, so hopefully that will happen at some point in the near future. But again, it's one of those things where we haven't both just got the money lying around for a respray, so we're going to enjoy the car as it is, and yeah, enjoy it. Take it to a few shows this year. Obviously you've already seen it at Mims. We've got Japfest this weekend as well, so if you see us, come and say hello. But really, it's just a sort of a general overview. So this is what the car looks like now. That's final ride height, and yeah, really happy with it. It's performing amazingly. Like I said, we haven't had any problems. I'm really, oh well, I know Dan's really impressed with it as well, with just how it drives and everything like that. So yeah, that's a brief update on ECK20. Thanks for watching again. Be sure to comment down below what you think of the bonnet and everything like that. Give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.